What's up, guys? So obviously I got my Fender Eliminator kit in a little ahead of schedule. I expected to get it in later this week. This is to replace the giant shovel on the back of the SV. As everybody that has one knows, this thing is ginormous and needs to get off. So I'm gonna do a little walkthrough, or a little. I have the instructions here, so I'm going to go down the list and show you guys step by step how to do this. If you maybe you have an SV and you want to get a Targa tailgate eliminator. So let's get to work. Alright guys, so for step one we have remove the rear seat there, the main seat, which to do that you have to remove the two side panels. To do that, check out the video on removing an SV front seat. And you also have to remove the grab bar from the back. There's the two nuts that go to that. So now we're on to step two. Alright guys, so yeah, big change here. This is steps 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, this is steps 2, 3, and 4. We have the tailpiece here. First thing, this is obviously yours, is going to be on the bike. You're going to unscrew the Phillips head bolts here. Then you're going to undo all these push pins, these little black ones. There's one here, actually there's two. There's one here, here, and then, well, on the underside, there's one there. There's two on the bottom of each side. You're going to do that. And then after you do that, you're going to have this piece that's the locking mechanism for the back seat. You're going to undo the two screws here. Then you're going to flip it up, and there's going to be another a hex screw here. You do that, and then you disconnect this from the I don't know the names of this stuff, so you have to forgive me. You disconnect this little plastic piece, and then you should be able to take the thing off. So here we go to the next step. Alright guys, I apologize for the crude angle, but I'm on the ground and shit right now. So we got this top part off. I don't remember what step it is. I want to say like 4 or 5. Hold on, let me check. Okay, now we have to get to the bolts in this, right? To get to those, we have to take off this rear fender, I guess is what it's called. And to do that, you're gonna unscrew the bolts. It's on like that. You see here, click. All right. Well, if you unscrew these that are right here, you can then just like pop it off. You don't take the whole thing off. You just get it loose, and that gives you access to these. There's one on each side, and it holds this thing together. So that's what we're taking off right now. All right, guys. So it wasn't just 2 bolts. It was 4. But now, the whole tail is, I'm calling it tail, the whole fender area is completely detached. So, we're going to be moving on now. Alright, so now, for the most fucking hard part ever, is taking these little fucking connectors off of this piece of shit. You can see that one of them I had to fucking, like, clamp until it fucking just broke. That is the hardest part of the whole fucking thing. Now the instructions state that we have to cut this about 1 inch. And then so I'll do that and we'll move on to the next step, guys. Alright guys, so we've got the undertail back screwed on, and we have the back pieces cut a little bit. Here are the pieces. They were about here. Oh, can you see? Let's see if you can see that. They're only that. I just cut them with a pair of kitchen shears. Next step. Alright guys, it took me a little while to figure out what our next step was, but we've got the undertail, this part still, we've got it put back on. The instructions were kind of weird, but from what I gathered, now we put the tailpiece back on, so I'm going to go do that. Alright, so minus having to take the battery out because you dropped a screw in there, Chase. Nice job. We have the tail, the back panel tail thing back on. So now we're going to start actually installing the actual Fender Eliminator kit. So let's get started.